Welcome back to my channel. This is Korin.Jones, K to the J. Today's video is going to be on this kind of purple hot Cheeto vibes look. I wanted to play with color and this is what I got. So to prime my lids, I'm using the paint pot from MAC. This is in the color or shade, I guess, Painterly. I'm almost done with this actually. I've been using this for a while and I'm almost done finally. But yeah, I'm just going to do a quick coat of that. And I'm actually going to be using some new brushes I got from Prado's Beauty. This is the brush set Rosita Bonita. And it comes with this cute little pouch. And I'm also going to be using a new palette. This is the Queen Stash Tropical Kush palette. Super pretty colors. And I also have a code so you guys can save some moolahs. And the first shade we're dipping into is Purple Urkel. This is a 420 themed palette. So all the shades are 420 kind of themed names. And these colors are super pigmented. I don't know if it's just this brush, because this brush is supposed to have a new technology where it picks up more of your shadows and has less fallout. So that's what this brush set. It's got like a new technology, I guess. But yeah. So I don't know if it's this brush or if it's just how bomb these fucking shadows are. But yeah, this I'm just gonna really pack on the pigment and really get that purple, and then lightly blend out the edges. I don't want to blend them out too far, just kind of softening them up because I'm gonna use another color. And then I'm gonna go into Kush Queen, which is kind of like the darker pink in the palette. And I'm just gonna pack that right on the outer edge. I tried blending it first, but it wasn't really working out the way I wanted it to, so I just packed it on, really packed it on the outer edge of Purple Urkel. And then I blended out the edge. And I'm just using the same brush. I think this is like a 9 or 10 piece set, brush set. But I'm using the same brush that I used for the purple shade for the pink, or for the Kush Queen color. And then I'm just building up that pink. And then I'm going to use the blending brush in the brush set. This isn't really a fluffy blending brush. It's more of a pointed precision blending brush. But it worked really well at blending out that edge and not, you know, making it muddy or anything, you know what I mean? And before I cut my crease, I'm going to use some Beauty Water from Sun & Park. And on a Q-tip, I'm just going to kind of clean up where I want to cut my crease, kind of like draw where I want to cut my crease. I learned this from Rocio Seja. If you watch her, she's a YouTuber, she's on Instagram. She does all the rainbow looks. She's super, super talented. But I saw this technique on her page. It's just so that the color of your concealer doesn't mix with the color of the shadows that you're using. And I do notice that happens. So this kind of prevents that, just so your concealer stays the concealer color that it is and it won't turn like purple or anything, you know. So the colors you lay on top of it are true to their color. So yeah, I'm just going to use Shape Tape to actually cut the crease over where I, you know, made my lid all naked with that Beauty Water. And I'm using the concealer brush in the brush set. This concealer brush was really, really bomb, like super flat. I was able to get a really precise line. And I kind of overshot the other one. One eyelid always comes out way better than the other one. But that's okay. I use the liner brush in the set to, and with Purple Urkel, I just kind of cleaned up my concealer shape, because you can see it's way different than the other side. But yeah, I just kind of cleaned it up a little bit, and then I used my concealer and just kind of recut. And then it kind of looks a little better. And then I'm going to take Purple Urkel on that first brush that we used and just kind of soften up the outer corner, just so that the colors that we lay on the cut crease blend out right there on that edge. And then the first color we're going to use on the lid is Shatter, which is the yellow. And it looks more muted in the palette, more like a canary yellow, other than like a bright yellow. But it actually comes off pretty like neon-y, if that's a word. But it looks pretty bright once I put it on my lid. So I was pretty impressed. But yeah, I just packed that on right in the corner. And then with the same brush, on the other side of the brush, I'm going to take OG, which is the orange in the palette. And this color was like probably the color I was most impressed with because it was super, super, super pigmented. Like, it was probably like the brightest color. Haven't used all the colors yet. I don't know what the blues are like or anything, but this color was really impressive. And you can use it like this, like just like one layer, or you can, like I did, I just packed it on to get that real orange, fire orange color. But yeah, I'm just going to pack that on both sides, get it really pigmented, and then I just use the other side of the brush with the yellow on it to kind of blend the two together. And then with the same brush, I'm going to take Flame, which is the red in the palette, real hot Cheeto red, and just pack it onto the outer corner where I blended that purple. I don't want too much red, just kind of enough to make that little ombre, you know, that fire ombre. And then I fucked up right here. If you can see, I got some orange where the yellow should be right there on the line of the cut crease. So I'm just going to fix it really quick. I'm going to take my concealer brush and my concealer and just kind of redefine my cut crease just right there on the edge, because that's the only place that I messed up, like that I got the orange. So I'm just going to recut it right there. And then with this is another brush that's in the brush set, but I'm just going to pack on that yellow right on top of that. Concealer. And then to blend out, just to kind of add another color, I guess, to make that pink kind of pop more, I'm going to use Viola, I think it's Viola. But yeah, I'm just going to use that blending brush and kind of blend out Kush Queen with Viola. And then for my bottom lash line, I'm going to take Purple Urkel and just pack it on and then blend it out with Kush Queen, which was that darker pink. And then for my inner corner, I'm sticking true to my Rocio vibes, and I'm going to go with a matte white and just pack it on. Now this color wasn't, I don't know if it's just maybe like I'm a little bit darker maybe, but it wasn't really showing up as much as I wanted it to with the first application. I had to go in twice to really pack on. But I don't know, maybe that's just the way white shadows are. I don't really work with white shadow a lot. But I had to pack it on like twice to get the pigmentation that I was really looking for. But it was really pretty. I wanted to stay with the matte vibes. But it looked really nice, I think. And then I'm going to do a quick coat of lashes, or mascara. This is the Voluminous Mascara from L'Oreal. I've been really loving this mascara. And then for falsies, I'm using the Indica lashes from Queen Stash. And I have a code that you can use for the palette, the lashes, everything. And these are really easy to apply. The band is really easy to work with. It's not super stiff. And they're really pretty. This is like one of my favorite lash styles. Kind of like not too dramatic, but still you can see it over, over anything, And then I'm going to bronze really fast. I'm just going to use the Morphe 8H Contour and Highlight Palette. And this is like I think this is a Real Techniques brush, because the brush set that I'm using for my eyes is just an eye set. It's not a face set. But, yeah, that was a Real Techniques brush and a Morphe highlight brush. And then I'm going to be trying out the Dragon Beauty Transformation Powder. I use the Transformation liquid or whatever, the color corrector under my eyes. And it worked really nice. It didn't make my face orange or anything. And then I just use this to brighten up the areas that I want to brighten up. My highlight area. So under my eyes, forehead, under my cheekbone, my nose, and my chin. And I set everything with some all-nighter spray. But I really like that Dragon Beauty. It like really brightened it up, but it didn't make it look too cakey, And then I'm going to line my lips real fast with Club Hopper from NYX. It's like a really dark plum. Really dark purple. It looks brown. It like totally tricked me. I thought it was a brown lip liner, but it was actually purple. And I think I bought like 3 of them thinking that it was brown. But it's actually purple. But anyways, I'm going to use the Barbie Marley liquid lipstick from Queen Stash. This is like a really pretty muted pink. Kind of goes with a lot, it would go with a lot of looks. This is my first time actually using it, but it works really well. It's not super drying, and it's just like a super pretty color. I always like to tap out my liquid lipsticks with my finger just to kind of even it out. And that is the final look. I hope you guys really enjoyed this video because I loved making this video. If you guys haven't checked out Prado's Beauty, definitely check them out. They have a bunch of different breast sets, lashes, and everything, and it's indigenous owned, and part of their profits go towards native communities, which is super super dope. So check them out, like and subscribe. I love you guys. Peace and love.